First up on the show, Israeli forces have withdrawn from southern Gaza's Khan Younis, but questions remain over what it means for an estimated 1.5 million Palestinians sheltering in Rafah. Well, Israel's defense minister has said troops are far from stopping operations in Gaza. In fact, Gallant claims that the Israeli troops pulled out from southern Gaza in order to prepare for further operations that include in the city of Rafah. Listen in.
The forces are exiting and preparing for their next mission. We saw examples of such mission in Shifa operations and also of their coming mission in the Rafah.
Meanwhile, Israel and Hamas officials are downplaying reports of reaching a hostage deal as early as this week. A Hamas official claimed that the fresh round of talks in Cairo made no progress. The talks were attended by delegations from Israel, Qatar and the US. However, Egyptian agencies said some headway had been made on the agenda of the talks. Israel is under increased pressure from Washington. Biden has demanded that it improve humanitarian conditions in Gaza and work towards a ceasefire. It said this could affect U.S. policy on Israel's war on Gaza. Biden has also urged the leaders of Egypt and Qatar to pressure Hamas to agree to a ceasefire and a hostage deal. Around 130 hostages are still being held in Gaza. Australia, meanwhile, has also renewed its call for Israel to provide an explanation for the deaths of 7 aid workers in Gaza last week. Australia's Prime Minister says Israel is yet to provide a satisfactory explanation, not only for last week's incident, but also the deaths of nearly 200 aid workers since October last year.
We believe at this point that there hasn't been an adequate explanation for how this has occurred. What structures will be put in place to ensure that these sort of incidents can't occur in the future? There have been almost 200 aid workers have lost their life during the conflict that has occurred between Hamas and Israel, and that is unacceptable.
The ongoing Israeli attacks have pushed the Palestinian death toll to over 33,000 since the Israel-Hamas conflict broke out on October 7th last year, with over 85% of Gaza's population displaced and large parts of the enclave destroyed. The United Nations has repeatedly warned that Gazans are enduring horrifying levels of hunger and desperation. And well, our correspondent Jody Cohen spoke with the Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's spokesperson David Mencer on the IDF's withdrawal from southern Gaza and the spillover of the war between Israel and Iranian proxies.
So the IDF have withdrawn most of their ground troops from southern Gaza. We've also heard of threats coming from Iran, and Israel is on high alert. Do you see a war coming between Israel and Iran, or between Israel and Iranian proxy Hezbollah?
You know, Jodie, we've got more than 61,000 people displaced in our north, another 60,000 people displaced in our south as well. The government has a responsibility to get those people home, to be able to live in safety. We know that Iran is behind all of these attacks. They are afraid of peace in the region. They're afraid of us making peace with Saudi Arabia, as we have already with the United Arab Emirates. We know that Iran are behind all the problems in this region, but that won't stop us. So yes, of course, we will take a diplomatic solution. Resolution 1501 is the resolution which calls for for the Hezbollah to push back behind the Litani River. But if they don't do it diplomatically, we will have no choice than to push them back militarily.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.